I can't wait to use these new pastels. Is anyone here? Hello? Is anyone in here? Ah! Hey brother, what's going on? It's your great-great-great-grandfather from 1975. Oh. I heard you got some new pastels, so I invented time travel so I can bring you a few gifts. Let me get this straight. So you figured out time travel just to travel to the year 2024 to give me pastels?
Heck yeah, bro.
The 1970s had way better pastels than the 2000 whatever we're at, bro. You better be careful with this gift because it holds a lot of power, wisdom, and the world is now in your hands. But most importantly, have fun. Here's my pastel set from the 1970s. Thank you so much, great-great-great-grandfather. Peace out, dude. You have fun with those pastels. Oh hey, what's going on, art nerds, and welcome back to another video where we don't really know what we're doing. So as you just saw, my great-great-great-grandfather came and visited me from the past, and he brought me some gifts. These gifts were pastels from the 1970s. I did some research on this, and by that I mean I just Googled it for about 5 minutes, and everything that I found about them they were either labeled as vintage or the description just said the 1970s. I looked into the company itself. There wasn't a whole lot of information. Again, didn't really spend that much time on it. But what I did find is that they used to be a school supply company. So these are probably a student grade pastel set from the 1970s. Now here's the thing. I haven't used pastels probably since I was in elementary school, which is ironic because I think that's what these were designed for. Also, I haven't even tested these. So we're going to, 1, figure out how to use pastels, and 2, see if these even work together, because I love you. These are Alpha Color Pastels by Weber Castello. Well, that's a mouthful. These are Weber Castello. No. These are Alpha Color Pastels by Weber Castello. That's a whole cadence right there. Now there's 24 colors in this bad boy. Let's open it up and see what we got. Right away you can tell they're old, or as eBay will say, vintage, because the box is just falling apart. But the design's really cool. I really like this pretty, rainbow look to it, and the retro fonts are nice. A+ for 1970s graphic design. And boom! It's a lot of colors. I don't know if that's 24. Let me count real quick. I'll probably have to count like 3 times because I'm kind of dumb. 20, 21, 22, 24. There are 24. The color palette is like pretty decent. There's a lot of blues. There's only 1 yellow, which is okay, I guess, but it's very like lemon yellow, so it's not a very natural looking color. There is an orange, which is more of like a marigold yellow. I guess that makes up for it. However, there's 2 magenta pink colors, which are very similar. I wonder how they will look on paper. I wonder if they're different. So I hope there's a purple. This might be indigo, I think it is. So I really wish this was more of a violet, but we'll see. We're gonna test them out. But besides that, they're all there, and they seem to be in pretty good shape. Some of them have obviously been used way more than others. Some of them barely have been touched. So, I don't know, let's open up a sketchbook and test out these colors, right? Let's see what we got. All right, good thing I just got this new sketchbook. Oh, mother! From my little knowledge of pastels, I know you just need paper, and that's what we have. I'm gonna flip this. I hate spiral notebooks. I don't know about you, hot take. Okay, let's test them. Let's try the black first. Woo! Pretty nice. It's pretty solid. Pretty tough. I think they might be hard pastels. Maybe that makes more sense for student grades. But cool, let's keep going. Ooh, the gray's pretty nice too. 2 out of 2 so far. Well, the white's pretty pointless right now, but yeah, it's there. I mean, it exists. How many people really use it? I don't know. What color do I want? I really want to try this like magenta. I'm really feeling it. Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, never mind, it worked. Woo, that red's nice though. We got one more orange. Why is there like 3 orangey reds and 1 yellow? That's not fair. I love yellow. It's my favorite color. They should have known that my great-great-grandfather was going to give this to me from the past or the future. I don't know how time travel works. And I love yellow. They should have put more yellows, but probably shouldn't inhale this dust. This is like when you die. It's alright. This is disgusting. That is a gross color. It looks like Baja Blast. It looks just like Baja Blast. Alright, speed round. Overall, colors are really good. I'm really impressed. I think the purple department is lacking. I would like a nice violet. There's probably about 5 or 6 blues on this palette. One of these greens is pretty much a blue, so it would have been nice to see that as a purple, like a nice violet. But again, this is something that's close to 50 years old, so all my complaints and my reviews, I'm not going to change the product. It's, you know, it's out, it's here, it's the hottest thing on the shelf, so make sure you pick it up today because all the cool kids are using it, and even this cool kid's using it because we're going to be making a painting or a drawing with it. What do you call a pastel? Is it a pastel drawing or a pastel painting? No, it'd be a drawing. Yeah, it'd be a drawing. I'm dumb. I'm not the smartest sometimes, like we said. But anyway, we're going to be doing our own pastel drawing, and I have this image here. I like to use my own references for all my paintings and stuff. So when I was looking through my camera roll, I wanted something that was colorful, had different elements to it, so I have a foreground, a middle ground, and a background, and a wide range of colors. However, I didn't want something too hard. I was thinking about doing a car, like from the 70s or something, but I don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to pastel. So I wanted something a little simpler just to get a feel for it, and I don't want to suck. We're going to do this picture that I took in South Carolina and see how it goes. Let's do it. Recording. Ready? I don't know. Let's try it. When in doubt, just add a bunch of colors and hope for the best. But you know what? Now I'm going to go in here and kind of like define these clouds with this magenta and this blue, hoping it kind of makes a nice purpley shadow. Another thing you can do with pastels, because I'm an expert, is get a nice fluffy brush. Helps soften up some edges that you don't want to get, you know, your finger on. We're not going exactly with the reference because I already changed up a lot. But we're here, we're alive, we're doing it. Alright, first attempt. We're gonna scrap it, try it again, but that's okay. It's part of living. Here we go, attempt number 2. We're gonna start off with this, nice and simple. Blocking in our clouds. Pretending that there are pretty clouds, nice and fluffy. So stressful. I should have went to pastel school. So what I'm noticing is that it doesn't blend very well. But I think that's a lot of my paper and maybe my technique. But we'll blame it on the pastels from 1970. You know, I went to sit down and make this video and I was like, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be a nice easy video. I'll film and I'll draw. Probably only be like an hour tops. Psych, we're at like 3 hours now. What I noticed too about these is that it seems like they all have like one edge or side that doesn't work almost. It like just, it's either too waxy or tough. And I don't know if that's these or if that's just a pastel feature. Again, I don't really know anything about pastels. So that could just be a normal thing. I'm gonna jump ahead, do the sky, do the ocean, and I'll bring you back when I get to the foreground. See ya. We've made it this far and I haven't cried yet, so that's a good thing. What I've noticed is it's really hard to get just a little color in certain spots. They're kind of big, so as soon as you put it down, there's a lot of color and you gotta really be able to manage all of that. But I'm really liking it and I think I'm ready for the foreground. For the foreground here, it's a dune with a lot of tall grass and yeah, tall grass. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna block in the entire grassy area and then I guess just add some details and stuff. Why not, right? That's a good plan. See, now that's too brown, so what we wanna do is add some of this indigo to it, kind of take it back a little. But we're gonna take this nice grassy green, add that too. Kind of marry the three of these greens into that brownish blue, make it look like we know what we're doing. Add some wild pastel strokes, copyrighted Chris, that's a new slogan by me. And add some more of those greens, add some more of that raw sienna, go back and forth. Really cover up this section. Then ugh. Am I gonna die? Is that like all asbestos and lead and... Even though I can work on this grass for a lot longer, I'm happy with it, I'm ready to move on, it's fine. I'm gonna do the really tall grass now, but I'm nervous. I don't really know what color to use. I didn't want to use black. I try not to use black in my paintings, but I really couldn't get any of that dark contrast without it, so might use the black. Might use this blue though. This blue's kind of cool. But I feel like that might get lost in the sky. So, I don't know. Who knows? Let's find out. Yoink. Yoink. Boom. And here we are with a pastel drawing that we would have found in a 1970s elementary art classroom. I'm really impressed with myself for never using pastels, not to brag, but I'm also incredibly impressed with the pastels themselves. For being almost 50 years old, you wouldn't expect these to hold all the color that it does. You would have expected them to maybe crumble or just fall apart, but they're awesome. They're really great. The colors are fantastic, super vibrant, My only complaints would be a purple and a darker brown. Because when you're doing all these greens and grasses and nature, you like that dark brown. And I don't like using black when I paint, so I was kind of forced to use it, but I'm happy with it. I really like it. Now, not everyone has access to a pastel set from the 70s that their great-great-great-great-grandfather gave to them. However, I really encourage you to just go out there and experiment with a different art supply that you've never used or you're just curious about. It doesn't have to be expensive. You can go to the dollar store and get a set of watercolor paints for $1. You can go to a Goodwill or a flea market or tag sale and pick up some strange, probably wild art supply that you've never even seen for pretty cheap. And you know, it's always fun to experiment. It's always fun to just try something new. You never know what's going to come from it, and you could make something that you really like, or you can find a new medium that you really like. Like, I really like pastels. I think I'm going to dig into them a little more. But go out there, find something that you've never used, and make art. With that being said, I gotta go thank my great-great-great-grandfather, and I want to know, what do you think about the pastels? How'd they come out? What do you want to see me do or try next? Like, comment, subscribe, and see ya. You're back? No one believed me that you were real. And I really wanted to show you this drawing. Dude, that's awesome. You did a really good job. I'm really proud of you. You mean it? You really like it? Heck yeah, bro. All right, I'll see you later.